calling all cornhole enthusiasts and golfers alike. The Big Asp Open is coming your way September 21st, and you got to get over to Hard Drag Push and sign up. Squads of 4 will take place in a 20-ball tournament of Topgolf, along with the Crew Cup tournament of cornhole for the general merriment of mankind. So why don't you come join us and have a blast.
September 21st.
September 21st. Head over to harddragpush.com. Right on the front page, you will see the Big Asp Open. Just click that pretty little picture. It'll take care of the rest for you.
Pretty little thing.
Pretty little thing. So, PYT. And as always, these episodes are brought to you by the greatest bag makers of all time, Dragon Bags. They make us better throwers, so why don't you make yourself a better thrower and just go buy some? It's science. We can back it up. Numbers.
I think I made a few sales in Delaware.
I hope you did. I hope you did.
A few converters.
So if you want to be converted as well, head over to dragonbags.com.
You can head over to Hard Drag Push too.
Yeah, Hard Drag Push.
The link
as
somewhere
well.
there. You'll find it.
But yeah, head over to dragonbags.com and get your set today.
Tune in for a time with Sean and Dane, talking cornhole life and random things. Ear in hand, their style, laughs fill the air. Guests join the fun, drama everywhere. Big Ass Cornhole, the podcast we adore. Big Ass Cornhole, you keep us coming back for more.
All right, welcome back to yet another episode of the Big Asp Cornhole Podcast. Sean and Dane are back with you all again. What's going on, man?
What is crapping?
Nothing. So it's been a minute.
It has.
All right,
You've been on vacay.
I know.
So-
Well rested, back in
so.
front of the mic. I feel like I'm at home.
Mm.
All right. But before we get into anything else, Dane, do what we do every single week. Let the folks know what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called What You Drinking?
Ho-ho! What you drinking?
We got ourselves a little pineapple creeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Imperial IPA from Columbus Brewing.
Seems fitting for this weekend.
Indeed.
Or for this week.
10%. Slaps real nice. I do like the little citrus note from the pineapple in there. It's quite good. So go to Columbus Brewing and grab yourself some pineapple creeper and get your creep on.
Well, Cornhole family, we have more audio gold planned for you all today. We're going to be previewing the finals of the final chase of the ACL. We have some very dramatic readings for you, and then we're going to be joined by the rookie ACL sensation, Mr. Chris Roybal. But before we jump into all that, we bring you what's going on in our cornhole lives in a segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Are you looking to elevate your cornhole game to the next level? Well, look no further than Black Sheep Baggers, where quality meets innovation. Whether you're a casual player or a seasoned pro, we have everything you need. There's no discrimination here at Black Sheep Baggers. So why settle on ordinary when you can play with the best? Join the Black Sheep Bagger family today and experience the thrill of cornhole like you never have before. If you felt like a black sheep, you found your new home. Go to blacksheepbaggers.com, use code BIGASP, and you're going to save yourself some money.
Hell yeah.
Hey there, cornhole enthusiasts and backyard champions, ready to take your game to gnarly new heights? Introducing Gnarly Bags, where we craft the raddest cornhole boards in the business. At Gnarly Bags, we believe in bringing the fun, because cornhole isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle. Whether you're hosting a backyard bash or gearing up for the big leagues, our boards are your ticket to endless laughs and endless epic showdowns. So go to gnarlybags.com, grab the best set of boards in your life, and if you use code BIGASP, you're going to save yourself some money.
Yeah, hang loose, play hard. Let's get gnarly together.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Hashtags.
So, I'm back from vacation.
That you are.
It was a long vacation, man.
You were gone for quite some time.
I left here the morning of 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I got back Sunday, like that following Sunday.
Yeah, it's a bit of time. So recap, how was the trip?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, just, went to Bethany Beach again, where I go every single year. It's a typical beach vacation where it's fine. There's just too many of us in one house, and by the end of the week, you kind of get sick
Y'all
of
hate
everybody.
each other, yeah.
Just got that kind of thing. Thursday night. So our rental from there is Friday to Friday. So, but Thursday night is the night that they have this blind draw at Salted Rim, the one I've been going to the last 2 or 3 years. I love going to it. It just sucks that it's Thursday.
Yeah.
It's the night before I'm leaving and trying to get out of the house and the car packed. It's just it's a pain in the ass. But nonetheless,
Sean, they wouldn't change it for you?
No, I mean, I've been trying to find something else, like
Yeah.
maybe next year to go on like a Wednesday. The problem is most of the stuff there,
A little far away.
yeah, it's pretty far away. But I did hear that they started up a new one that maybe like 30 minutes, so I have to check that out. But I do love the Salted Rim. It's a great venue. If you're in that area, Bethany Beach, highly recommend checking it out on Thursday nights.
Heck yeah, you always sound like you have a great time.
Yeah,
out there,
and it was.
so.
And I got, again, typical blind draw for Sean.
Yeah.
I get paired up with a guy that hasn't thrown a bag in a
Yeah,
year.
his name's Sean.
He's played one tournament, before in his life. You know what I mean? So, but he didn't throw a terrible bag like when we were warming up. But like when you're playing with a new player, you forget that like, oh, he's gonna have rounds of like 7, which was pretty solid, and then he's gonna give you rounds of like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
like where you're just hoping that he puts that last bag on the board. But it is what it is. I think we went like 2 and 2 or something. But ironically, his cousin was the current singles state champion of Delaware. He won singles, doubles, and co-ed.
Okay.
So he was also there. So he introduced me. I actually did a little interview. It was like 15-minute interview. Sat down with the young dude. He's 16 years old. He's going to be going to the pro qualifier. Definitely has the game. Passes like the eye test when you watch him throw.
Yeah.
Throws like every other young dude out there. Throws
Nice
a
roll bag.
Yeah, nice roll bag, flat. Can cut, airmail, really nice. Again, it's just like the mental aspect of it and a confidence thing. And as he starts playing really good opponents, I think he's just going to get really, really good, really, really fast.
Yeah, I mean that's usually the youth way. I
Yeah.
feel like they just kind of find it.
It was interesting. It
miraculously
was
can make
interesting
it
listening,
happen.
like talking to him, because there is a little bit of like this naivety. Is that how you say it? Naivety?
Yeah,
Right?
naivety.
So it's where he doesn't truly understand, like, I don't think, the amount of time and money that it takes to be an ACL pro.
Yeah.
And I think he thinks that like sponsorships are kind of pouring.
Do you
So
think he understands the level of competition?
I think he does.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He understands that going in. He's like, I've talked to people that have gone. He's like, they say it's like the longest, hardest day that you'll ever have in cornhole. I'm like, yeah. Now he's the one that filled me in that they've changed the format a little bit. I think it's like a pool play. I'm going to do a little bit more as
Yeah.
we get closer to Worlds. Once we get past Final Chase, we'll go over all that stuff. But I think they're doing some sort of like a pool play, and then based on how you do, then you kind of advance from there or something. So regardless, he's going out there. Nice kid. Got to, they had like 40 people there. It's pretty solid. They used to get like 60 or 70. But as we're seeing across the cornhole country, what's going on? Like everyone's splitting off into smaller groups. So
Yeah.
now there's just more options. So they lost 20, 30 people, on Thursday. But
It's the cornhole way.
but they're good people out there. But all in all, yeah, it was good. It was a good vacation. Luckily, thankfully, it was a relatively quiet week in the cornhole world. Like there wasn't too much stuff that really happened. I mean, there were a few things that we're going to touch on as we go through, but for the most part, the nationals were here and gone, and now we got the finals coming up in our backyard.
Yeah. Not pretty happy about that.
How was your fourth?
My fourth was awesome. Went out to the lake house with the fam. Everyone was in attendance, so there's like some 40 people at the house.
crazy.
Like, it's a bit of mayhem, but yeah, had a blast.
But when you go out there, like it's the adults are there to like have a good time.
Oh yeah. No, it's a party weekend.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so we we did just that. All the boys went out and we golfed 9 holes together and played a little cart scramble. So ended up tying. Both teams went -5.
Oh,
so
nice. Okay.
it was good though. I was definitely the breadwinner of my crew. It was basically me.
Okay.
And then like some timely putts from guys, and then then the opposite team, they all kind of were decent golfers. So like,
Okay.
if we were,
Yeah, I get that.
we're happy to sneak it out because we definitely had like 2 of the 3 guys that like never golf were on my team,
Oh, fun.
and then I had one guy that's just getting back into golf. So all in
I
all,
get that.
wasn't horrible though. I golfed really well that time, and then have since golfed 36 other holes because no kids and 2 weekends you were gone. So I did that. So first one was out at Hilliard Lakes. Actually made the tee time that I missed before.
Okay.
Dude, I'm sorry. The course is in like it's a beautiful course. Their greens are shit. It was terrible. I don't know if it was because it was 4th of July weekend. They just didn't have time to mow anything, but good Lord, I could not get a ball to roll flat. Every putt, like everyone's was just like jumping the whole way.
really?
So like you just couldn't read anything. It was very frustrating, but then like redeemed myself coming back and had a nice round with Dad this past weekend. So can't really complain.
Interesting.
Golfed the front 9 really well, and then
Okay.
the back 9 we had it got really slow all of a sudden. So actually, we'll go over this real quick. Starter allowed a foursome off the back 9, playing 9 in front of us
Okay.
when we were playing 18. All we did was stop in for a drink. The group ahead of us was already in there grabbing their drinks and
Okay.
about to head to the tee box. We go in, we come out, and there's another foursome sitting in front of us. We're like,
Was there
you know,
like a league starting off the front or something?
No.
Oh. Did they
So, like-
request to play the back?
No.
That's
Like,
weird.
just fucking
Yeah.
cardinal sin of
Yeah.
golf. So he inserted this one. It was just me and Dad. It was just a twosome to start. And we were keeping pace because the group ahead of us was playing a scramble. They were just like
Yeah.
mowing along, like nothing. We didn't have to wait long for anything. These other guys get in front of us. They're fucking terrible. We see them off the first tee box. We're like, oh, God damn it. So there's a twosome behind us.
Why
So,
didn't you guys just try to pass them on the next hole?
There's a twosome behind us.
Yeah.
But again, there was 4 foursomes bottlenecked up, like
Okay.
all right in succession. So there's nowhere to go. We weren't going to be able to
The
pass.
way I
every
look at it
foursome.
though is that saves me 20 minutes.
So we ended up just telling the twosome
Okay.
behind us to join because I'm telling you, there's no way
I get you.
to get through it. So they joined us, killed our game. They both sucked hard, and it's just one of those where like
Play
you
down to
start,
the level.
yeah, you see people struggling, and all of a sudden you're just like, like here it comes, like, and it wasn't like bad. I shot like a 44,
Yeah.
but like compared to the 39 I shot on the front, it was just disappointing.
Isn't that weird? Because it's only 5 shots, but it
Yeah.
can like
But it
change
just
your whole
felt completely
perception.
different. Yeah. It's like I wasn't driving right down the middle anymore. Like I was pulling everything, and yeah, it was just it was not pretty. But anyways, it's the cornhole I played in blind draw
Nice.
on Tuesday. Went out and played at Eric Anderson's up at Teams. Just a good crew out there. Just had
Are
some
they
fun.
getting decent numbers?
Yeah, I think there was 24.
Okay,
out
that's
there,
not bad.
So like 12 teams
For
or
Tuesday
something.
night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it was good. We played indoors, which was very nice because it was hot as shit. So that helped. Definitely why I went, to be honest with you.
Fair
and,
enough.
yeah, but all in all, I threw okay. Like I had a guy that I think it was AB. I'm
Okay.
guessing. So like I was the A, he was the B, and like I don't know, like he was okay. He had flashes of brilliance, and then had rounds of 2.
Okay.
Like yeah, so it was just one of those where the games we lost, I just couldn't keep up with it.
It's still
Like,
weird to me because like when I go to Cleveland cornhole stuff or like blind draws around, it's just like because I don't get out very often
Yeah.
again. Like the amount of new
It's weird
faces
to-
I see, yeah, it's like
There-
everyone's new
like
to
I
me.
saw a bunch of new faces out there. This one dude, after he beat me, I was like, dude, I feel like I played with you last time, and like you were not nearly this good. And he's like, no, he's like, I don't think I've ever played with you. I'm like, I don't get out very often, but I'm pretty sure it was you. He's like, I don't know, man.
We're talking like 2 years ago.
Debating, and I'm like looking at him. I'm like, you're all like you're tweaking on an Adderall right now, so like whatever. Like I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm like, now I know why you're playing that well. And Alonso only got 12 home runs. So weak sauce.
Yeah, well, fuck the Mets.
Yeah.
We have the home run derby on the background in case you can't tell. So we're waiting for Jose Ramirez to be
I think
out.
he's up next, actually.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, how about that?
How about them apples?
So while we were gone, over the holiday weekend, ACL had the 4th national of the year, which they call the final chase.
Yes.
So overall, it seemed like everything went relatively smoothly, right? There was no hiccups. The biggest thing that I saw was during the pro shootout in singles, somebody had mentioned something about Kenzie Beach won his bracket.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to take away, because he still won that day, right? So he still won the bracket regardless of the kind of bags, right? But apparently all day he was using 23 stamped bags. I don't know what happened to his bags, but he had to borrow bags from somebody else, and they were not 2024 stamped bags. Now, apparently it was not brought to anybody's attention until after he had won.
Gotcha.
So it's an
me,
age-old question, like, okay, who's at fault here? I'm sure maybe he didn't. Maybe let's play that Kenzie did not notice the stamp. He just thought that he just assumed wrongly that the bags were correct, and he went out and won. Okay, that could be a possibility, but he did throw bags that were not correctly stamped. Now, if you're an opponent and you think you're the guy you're facing is throwing bags that aren't allowed, you have to say something before the match starts. That's what the rules say.
Yeah.
You have to.
You do.
You look like a douchebag if you say anything after, if you lose,
Very true.
right? It's like a no-win situation after that. Because then it just looks like your butt hurt.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Which
just
you are.
complaining. Yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting topic because
Is
like
throwing 23
you
stamp
can't,
bags
like-
an advantage?
and like
or is it
throughout
just
that
the
tournament, you
principle?
can't just like vacate it because then you got to replay the whole freaking thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, is a 23 stamp bag like that different?
To me, I don't think so.
I mean, I wouldn't think so
Yeah.
either.
But maybe just a little more broken in than any other pro can get their bag at that time. So like,
That's what I'm wondering. You know what I mean? Like, would like certain guys that like a sticky bag, would they wish they could still throw their bags from 2022?
Yeah.
You know, if they could, if they were still holding
no,
up, would they throw them?
I'm sure they would.
That's
I'm
what
sure
I'm
they
saying.
would.
So, I mean, I guess there is that conversation now. If Kenzie knew that he's throwing 23 stamp bag and then he got through it, I mean, I guess he just tipped the cap and be like, all right, you beat the system.
Yeah. Like nobody caught it.
I do
Congrats.
think, again, it's one of those things when it happens once, all of a sudden you start paying attention.
Magnifying
But once
glass.
upon a time, did the pros not have to get their bags inspected in the beginning of the day?
I thought they did, man.
I mean,
thought
apparently
like,
they're getting
had to-
very lackadaisical.
Yeah, I thought
again
they had
about-
to like check in like 2 sets only, and like that's what they had to. Roll
maybe that's
with,
only
but-
for TV.
possibly, but like that. I don't know. You would think that all these guys would be using stuff that they could potentially throw on TV
All in all,
all day.
it's not a huge thing, but I mean, that's what when you have a cornhole podcast, you're trying to drum up something.
Yeah, you gotta.
That topic did
gotta
come
find
up.
a little,
I thought it was a little interesting.
juice.
All right. So final chase. Singles was interesting. We had Eric Davis, Jacob Trzynski, Adam Hissner, and Devin Harbaugh all win their brackets.
Some big names.
Yeah, kind of like a blue blood.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be honest. All year I've been kind of waiting, and I've been kind of critical of Eric Davis since he's made the jump over the ACL. I didn't know of what was going on, but like he just never really put a whole weekend together in singles, which was odd because he's been around now for 3-4 years.
And he knows how to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen
do it
him
before.
immensely successful since he's been like 14 years old. We know how talented the kid is, but he finally pulled it together, won his bracket, and now he's moving on in there. So now gone, I guess, is that narrative that he's only, a round limited guy.
Yeah.
Like he can finally put it together. And the whole season, I think with him winning this bracket, and if he somehow wins his national, he throws his hat firmly in the ring for MVP. He might have already been on the ballot just because he's having a pretty good season, but I think if he wins this national, all of a sudden you really got to consider him in the conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just hard because like it's so difficult for me to throw that much weight into the shootout stuff still.
I get it,
Right?
But
Like-
but you have to.
I know you do. Like it's just it's still hard for me to get in that mindset though because it's a completely different game.
So you have Eric Davis, who's been pretty hot all season, right? It seems like he's improving the right time. We know how talented he is. He's facing off against Jacob Trzynski, who is arguably the hottest player in the country right now.
Yeah.
The dude just is on fire. Doesn't seem to matter. And he just has that killer instinct when he's on the
I
broadcast.
mean, when he was on our show, he literally said that he's the hardest working man in cornhole. It's starting to show.
Yeah, I love that matchup.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll get your thoughts on who you want. So just kind of store that.
Okay.
All right. And then our another matchup is a very blue blood matchup, right? You got Devin Harbaugh going against Adam Hissner. Adam Hissner making his third bracket win
That's
in
what
singles.
I'm saying. If Adam Hissner wins this thing, is he going to
correct.
be in that conversation as
100%,
well?
yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Like he's put together a season this year, man.
3
Like,
bracket wins.
Yeah, unreal. And
The most bracket wins out of anyone, I believe.
I want
right?
nothing more than for him to take this thing down. But at the same time, like we've been calling Devin Harbaugh's name to become like the guy. He has potential to kind of become the guy with a signature win like this.
If I'm Devin, Adam's actually probably the one guy I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Only because law of averages. Hissner's been there 3 times now.
Yep.
He's beaten everybody that's not named Ellis. That's not
he's-
exactly the recipe for success if I'm Harbaugh. And I've had this stigma that I get close. I just can't quite get that job done.
Yeah.
Now, I am the biggest Devin Harbaugh cheerleader in the world because I put money that Devin Harbaugh was going to win this weekend. And I have him at, I think it's 10-1 odds right now.
Okay.
So I'm looking at a little payday. So go Devin Harbaugh. Love you, Adam. But in terms of I would like my wallet to be fatter, go Devin Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Adam on this one just because, like you said, law of averages. And-
Again, if I'm playing with my head, my heart, right? I would make Hissner, and I know this might not be a popular opinion, I would make him the favorite only because this law of averages.
Yeah.
The fact that he's already won 2 brackets, and really the only person he's losing to is fucking Ellis. Ellis didn't win his bracket this time.
True.
Who's in his way? I mean, we all know how good Harbaugh is, and again, if he wins, no one's going to be happier than me. But I do think Hissner's going to be really tough out.
Yeah, and I him and Harbaugh have faced each other so much that it's like it's just nothing new to either one of them.
Sorry, pausing, just checking out. Jose Ramirez is 13.
It just froze on us. So.
Okay. Or is that 14?
He's at 14 now.
Is that 15?
Keep climbing.
Get out.
I don't know if he pulled it.
All right. Anyways, going back to the Eric Davis, Jacob Trzynski.
Yes.
What's right off the bat? Who's your gut going with?
I'm gonna go with Trzynski.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of leaning that same way.
Again, Eric Davis is a tough out for anyone, but Trzynski has just shown like this tenacity, and he has only gotten better. I feel like his entire career, and he's still trending upward. So where's the next spot he can be? At the tippy top.
No, I agree, and that's why I'm really going back and forth on this one. Because I can really truly picture both scenarios. I think Trzynski, if he is smart and just avoids the big rounds, he can give up points here or there.
Yeah, just don't let Eric drop that 6 spot or something.
But we know Eric is an all or nothing kind of guy. Now, if Eric comes and he's humbled and he's plays smart, he can be a really tough out.
Yeah,
and that's what he needs to understand. And I haven't gotten to see him play enough in person to realize, is that the change he's made? Is he just playing just a little bit smarter, which we've said all along, which is what I thought Devin Harbaugh just needed to play a little bit smarter.
Yeah, I mean, I get the point that you're making is like, is he willing to make it a long game? Yeah, I think if he makes it a long game, he might benefit greatly from that.
Because
but
he's so talented.
can show that he can just pour bags in with the best of them. So, like, do you want to play that hand?
I'm going hot hand Trzynski.
Yeah.
Only because, again, I think the guy has star potential. I think if he wins a national, ACL, market the fucking shit out of this kid.
Yeah.
Seriously, good looking dude. Like, he's got fire. Like, he's a walking Instagram reel.
100%.
Like, anytime he's on the court. I mean, just make it happen. Like, I think that it pulls through. Overall champion, yeah, man. I
think it's going to be Hissner versus Trzynski, and then
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't.
It's going to be a battle.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't pick Harbaugh, only because before the bracket started, I put money on 3 different people. I put money on Devin Harbaugh. I put money on, I think it was Alex Rawls, and I can't remember the third. Tony Smith.
Okay.
Those are 3 people I put money on. So I'm happy. I hit on one of them. So I mean, I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I picked anyone else. So I'm going with Devin Harbaugh to win the whole thing.
Well, I'm kind of rooting for you because it's always nice to hit a bet, but yeah, I think it's Hissner Trzynski and whoever scores first.
Okay, I like that. Okay, all right. And I'm gonna, if you're right, I'm gonna clip it for sure, and I'm gonna make a sweet reel.
That's why I say things like this, because every once in a while it works.
And if Harbaugh wins, I'm going to be clipping all the
clip
fun
all
stuff that
stuff.
Devin Harbaugh's awesome, and he's really talented.
Meanwhile, J-Ram's just on an absolute tear in the bonus round, baby. So let's just let that ride.
I know, we're just going to let it simmer. But I'm not watching, so I can't, so I'm not going to mess up. All right, in doubles, we have Devin Harbaugh versus Rawls and Kingsbury, both bracket winners. And then on the other side, you have Scheibner and Landis versus Sims and Wilson.
Man, Sims and Wilson, what a season.
Again, man, they're another team that's like, they don't want the season to end.
Yeah.
Because like they're finally finding their stride, and then you're going to have the world championships, and we got to wait fucking 6 months. And then a lot can change, right? But right now they're finding their groove. Yeah, they're fun to watch, man. They got a cool dynamic on it. I wish they were playing any of the other teams because I really like Scheibner and Landis. My only problem is, can Landis stay calm, cool, and collected?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've seen him do both, so it's strange because we've seen his early days, and he can be fiery, but I get what you're saying. Like he's gonna have to remain calm and just play his game.
Sometimes because I really think, but because Scheibner and Landis play so well together as a doubles team, and they were really good last year, obviously following it up and really coming through and winning a bracket, which I think it's only been a matter of time, right? Yeah. And I love it for SIVA guys that they have their boys on the main stage. It's fucking awesome. And we were huge fans of both those guys. They know we love them. But sometimes when a matchup is this close, I like to give the nod to who's the best player on the court. And I think the best player on the court is Braden Wilson.
Braden Wilson right now. That's what I was my next question to you would be, if you're Scheibner and Landis.
Yes.
Who throws against Wilson?
Scheibner.
I agree because he can throw that dirty game with them and sneak some points. I mean,
Scheibner's great. I mean, but he's like he only throws that cut shot. You know what I mean? So, but again, if he's on, he's on. I'm not saying that it's a massive upset Scheibner and Landis. I'm saying I think the match could be close, but I'm going with the team with the best player right now, and that's Braden Wilson.
Yeah.
So Wilson, Sims, move on
We
there.
both
in my
agree
mind.
on that one.
Harbaugh and Malone versus Rawls and Kingsbury. Rawls and Kingsbury are just kind of like vanilla. Like if I was picking a flavor of ice cream for a cornhole team, they're kind of just vanilla. They're just like, I'm just gonna throw like this, like kind of ninja star
You're not even
bag.
throwing like a caramel ribbon in there or anything?
No, not even a sprinkle.
Just
like
vanilla.
Just vanilla,
Not
but,
even
which is
vanilla
okay.
bean?
Vanilla is a no vanilla. No beans. Don't church it up.
Don't be putting your beans
yeah,
in
exactly.
my coffee. Let's go.
But they're born. But vanilla works sometimes, and vanilla
Yes.
is a great flavor. It's refreshing sometimes, and I crave vanilla sometimes. But in this matchup, Devin Harbaugh and Kyle Malone were put together
Yeah.
to win a fucking national, not to come in second, not to come in third, not to like be a top 5. They're there to be. They were supposed to be the alpha team for Ultra.
But what is an ACL season without Kyle Malone winning something?
Hey, that's what I'm
Right?
saying.
Like,
Kyle Malone, even when he wins it, like he typically does very well in Brock. And the match that they lost, it's not like they got fucking blown out.
no.
You know what I mean? It was down to the wire. It was one missed opportunity by Harbaugh. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So I think that in this first match, I'm going with Harbaugh Malone for sure in that one.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, we're going to match up on both of them. I don't know who the overall champion you think is going to be, but
I think it would be it would be very interesting for Rookie of the Year, maybe for a little MVP consideration, if Wilson and Sims kind of cracked it. And all of a sudden, if another team wins, who's the team of the year?
but
Like,
what if Harbaugh sweeps? Is he all of a sudden right up there for?
he's definitely in
Man of the
consideration?
Year?
He's in consideration. I don't know if he's
You
had
have to have a good Worlds too.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, you vote on those awards before Worlds.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it does suck.
listen, when it comes down to the awards, and we're going to get into this more next week, it's really hard to like write off Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he won a doubles and he won 2 singles. I mean, that's more. I mean, no one else
But
is going
Sean,
to catch him this
recency
point. Here.
bias plays
It's
something
100%.
weird in this voting.
It really does. So if somebody comes out and balls out like Harbaugh, then yeah, I think he could at least get in consideration. Same with Eric Davis. If he finally breaks through,
Does Man of the Year automatically win Rookie of the Year?
we're going to have that conversation next week when we go over all
Because
that
I feel
stuff.
like we've had this conversation in the past.
We have. Interesting.
Weird.
But yeah, overall champion, I'm going to go. I think, like you said, Harbaugh Malone, law of averages, they were just there. I think that they're going to be a really tough out. I'll give me Harbaugh Malone to win it.
Yeah, and I mean, again, Wilson Sims though, like if Wilson's on,
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
I love those two.
I know
They've got
It's
great
just-
dynamics.
He's scary good when he's on fire. Like it's
But you watch Kyle Malone when he's on broadcast, and he's like he just never changes. Very
Yeah.
even keel. Devin Harbaugh's like a lovable puppy.
Kyle Malone might be the most consistent person we've ever seen on a broadcast.
Yeah,
stage.
just doesn't. He'll give up a point here or there,
Yeah,
but like
it
he's
doesn't-
always going to be in
doesn't
it.
buckle him though.
No, and I'm a fan of watching the guy throw. I just know he has one of my favorite throws.
Dude, just
Just
so
a long
smooth.
release. You know what I mean? Like you think he throws a bag like he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
but he's really not tall
No,
at all.
he's not tall.
He's like my height.
Yeah, and his arm swings so slow, but it's
Yeah.
just long and
Yeah.
generates like the perfect tempo. It's a thing of beauty.
6 to
you're-
midnight.
Yeah, so if you're new to cornhole, don't know what we're talking about, watch a video of Kyle Malone.
Yeah,
I'm telling
great
you.
throw.
You'll know.
All right,
right
so
away.
women's doubles, we successfully picked the winners, and we had them on last time.
Pew, pew.
They're not repeating this
I
time.
know, not
Okay,
this time.
this time we got a fresh crop. Okay, it's not really fresh. Finley and Streaker have been here, done that before.
Yes.
but they haven't really been there recently. You know what I mean? Like it's been like a weird season.
To me, they're just like those seasoned vets that
Yeah.
every once in a while they're just going to put it
Yeah,
together.
and they're so likable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, it's hard not
exactly.
to cheer for them. But then they're going against Hunter and Ramirez. And again, Gina and Kaylee are both who are immensely talented throwers that are both in the consideration of like who's like the next up behind
Yeah.
Cheyenne, right? I think that Gina Ramirez is one of those it factors. Like she likes the limelight.
yeah,
She
she
kind of
thrives
shines
in
in
the-
that kind of situation
Yeah.
because she's in Arizona and they don't get a lot of love out in that area.
Mm-hmm.
She goes relatively unrecognized. You're going to hear her name a lot when we talk to Chris
Yeah.
because they're ranked fucking 25th.
I know, and
as a doubles
silently,
team.
like nobody has any idea that they're doing.
That's
that
what I'm
well.
saying.
And even Chris himself, top 10 player that like
He's
nobody has any idea.
12th right now, but yeah. So yeah, I mean seriously, like she's immensely talented. Kaylee Hunter, we're just waiting for her to put it all together. It seems like she's very happy with where she's at in life. And typically when things are happy at home, your performance at these events go better. It seems like it's just the stars are aligning. No offense to Sam and Rosie, but like it's boring. Like we've been there,
Exactly,
done that.
yeah,
like
like,
give me
we've seen
a
you
new
guys do
fresh
that. We
blood.
want some
It's time to bring
freshies.
up somebody else. I want some competition for Cheyenne. Give me Hunter and Ramirez to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, Rosie and Sam, you guys can go win the world championships.
Yeah, you
like,
know
we know
you're
that's
probably
what
going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So you want to do
I
let's do some
think
dramatic
it's-
readings?
Yeah, there was a lot of drama while you were gone.
Oh,
Sean,
there was.
So I think it's definitely time.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
And these dramatic readings are brought to you by the biggest D's in all of cornhole at Big D Bags. Head on over and grab your girth today at BigDbags.com. Code BIGASP at checkout will save you $10. I'm sorry, it's BIGASP10. We'll save you $10 off your order. So if you're just looking for something to fulfill those gorgeous hands of yours, you don't need something small. You need something girthy. Go over to Big D Bags and grip it with two hands today.
And go check out the Texas Cornhole League show.
Hell yeah.
Dude, they're fucking
Putting on great stuff
Dude,
out
I
there.
love it, man. Like the content they're putting out is awesome. And if you don't follow John on Instagram, the pictures he's been taking, I don't know if he's in Africa or something, but
No,
it's
he's
like
definitely in Africa.
baller.
Or AI is just killing it for him.
ballin' pictures.
Yeah.
Like just immensely talented.
Literally just like pictures of a jaguar eating like an antelope in a tree. Just,
Yeah.
you know, normal stuff.
You know. But all right, dramatic readings. Dramatic reading by Matt Guy. Well, today was super disappointing. Game 1, I blew a 6-point lead in the last round to lose. Not the way I envisioned starting my day. Played better after that, but nowhere near where I want to be. Going through lots, and I mean lots of lifestyle changes. I figured if I was able to quit vaping, then I could make more changes for the good in my life. For the past 36 days, I've been eating only fish and chicken and nothing fried or sweets. I've had 0 alcohol in 33 days, as well, which is a huge adjustment since I've played buzz/drunk for the past 10 years. I can't imagine how I would have acted had I been drinking and lost my first game the way that I did. My fist probably would have gone through the wall. Instead, I just bumped fists with Trey, went over and sat down like a gentleman. I feel like that I need to make up these lifestyle changes if I'm going to keep up with these young guns. My energy is definitely way up, as well as my stamina, and my brain fog is gone. Much clearer mind now. Even though today was disappointing, I'm not giving up on my new lifestyle. Many more tournaments to go. I will continue to work hard. Let's see how tomorrow goes. Thank you to my sponsors for sticking with me and making what I do possible. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Hashtag throw fire.
Beautiful.
So when I saw this, I thought it was very big of Matt to come out, because to me, if you're going to come out and publicly say something like this, to me, that means that he's taking the lifestyle change seriously.
Yeah, this is he's held accountable now.
100%. And I know some people are like, oh, he's
Giving excuses and
it's
shit like that.
not
but-
even excuses, but they're like, oh, he's just throwing out there just to like show everyone like how great I am. To me, it's self accountability kind of thing. If you put yourself out there, I mean,
Yeah, because next time,
it's
next time you
different,
do
man.
drink at a cornhole tournament, someone would be like, "Dude, I thought you were sober." Like,
and it's almost, to me, it's like a subtle acknowledgement that he's acted like an asshole in the past.
yeah,
Because Matt Guy, when he first came over to the ACL, was pretty widely regarded as like he was pretty well loved, right?
yeah,
And then he started getting this reputation of being like not a good guy, like not a great sportsman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has to do with like a guy who was going like 10 straight years winning everything he was fucking playing in.
I think he also leaned
the game
into the
caught
fact
up a
that he
little bit
was
to him.
like coming into the ACL though. He was automatically the bad guy that first season. So I think-
there is a little bit. There is
I
a little
think
bit of
some
the target.
That, yeah, I think
And
some of that kind
listen,
of came off on
I
him.
think marketing wise, it was kind of a genius thing. Like it's okay to be the heel, right? Like it's okay to be the villain sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that reputation is going to kind of stick with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going to have his loyal OG followers, right? I'm always going to be a fan of Matt Guy. Like I think he's good for the game, and he's been a pioneer, and he belongs on the Mount Rushmore, first head on there, no questions
for
asked.
sure. Yeah,
But there have been questions about like the way he's acted after matches.
Mm-hmm.
And if he thinks it's tied to alcohol, then 100% then stop, man.
make the change.
And if you feel like you're better physically, then you just had a bad day and you had a bad round. It happens to everyone, even Matt Guy.
Yeah,
But I think it's awesome. So I applaud Matt. listen, if you ever listen to this, I applaud you for coming out publicly and saying that. Something you didn't need to offer anybody explanations. You could have just done it. But if you felt like this is something that you needed to do to help hold yourself accountable, I'm all for it, man.
100%.
I'm all for it.
I got
Yep.
Great minds. Another juicy one from Addicted to Cornhole. Christopher Robinson, not from Winnie the Pooh. Just lost my life savings betting on Jeremiah Ellis. He's honestly so bad I shouldn't have listened to any of the hype. He's a top 25 player at best.
So there's a reason I didn't put money on Jeremiah this week. No, I'm just kidding.
Law of averages.
No, so first of all, I want to know, because like, first of all, what's your life savings? Because like, I don't know, and maybe I'm sure I'll get the answer from people.
Yeah, is there a cap on DraftKings?
I know certain people will be capped because they've been too successful on it.
Yeah.
But that's if you're putting like large sums of money. If this guy really did actually put like that much money on it, you're an idiot. Like, and that's why the house wins. Mm-hmm. You have to, I mean, again, like if you put money on and he won, like everyone's gonna be like, oh, it was the obvious pick. It's way harder, right? There's a reason that it was such an anomaly that he won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And he was the hottest player at that time. Right now, he's come down to earth a little bit, but could he come back and win the world championship? 100%. He's earned that top seed. You know what I mean? He's 100%. Earned the right to be the favorite going into a tournament. But again, it is law of averages. I mean, there's 256 really good players. Probably 50 of them that could go into any tournament and win it at any given day.
For sure.
He just happened to do it twice in a row. But if you're really putting that much money down, I mean, again, without really knowing anything, you're dumb.
That's dumb. That's stupid.
It'd be like me betting on cricket. Like, what the fuck?
Tiddlywinks.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about that either.
What do you think of bocce ball?
I love
Are you a
bocce
fan
ball.
of bocce ball?
Yeah.
We busted it out in the backyard
watching,
yesterday.
like, I those pop up in my IG every once in a while, watching like the pros do
Yeah.
it. Dude.
We were playing in
Some of them are
so my
disgustingly
mother and
good.
father-in-law's back, they have like a little tiny hill, like just like probably 4 feet away from their house.
Yeah.
So it's nothing better than just trying to play a little finesse shot,
To
like
me,
right off
it's-
the hill.
Yeah, to me it's kind of like it's like putting in golf.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like you just gotta follow the speed, know the little lumps and stuff. That's
I mean,
gonna roll
also
over.
too, like I also know that if I throw the white ball far enough, like
your kids
the
are gonna be able to throw
the
that.
girls can't reach it. So like then it's like I'm only have to beat one person. So, but some of the finesse. But yeah. Anyways, all right. So next one. It's a dramatic reading by Nicole Pratt. Sorry that my ugly bags went in the hole more than your flat bags. When something isn't working in my favor, I try to make it work. You shouldn't make someone feel small for that. So when I saw this was posted, I commented because I was trying to figure out like who would talk shit.
Oh,
It's not
I
that,
saw that she
yeah,
just called them out right away.
not that difficult to figure out if you go through the bracket.
Yeah.
She wasn't publicly saying it. So I posted Hector, like Jeremiah Hector, and she's like, what did she say? She said cough cough second game. So I went back and looked, and she threw against our dude, Berkeley Pear.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a few ways we can approach this. All right, so we're going to try to hit all the different angles here. Okay, the first one is obviously like there's a difference between a little shit talk, right, and then being just downright like rude.
Yeah.
If you're a professional player, shit talk is part of the game. It's just, listen, if they got an edge on you, then what he was doing, then it worked, right? Regardless of what he was saying, if it hurt your feelings or not, it is part of it. But if I wasn't there, I don't know what exactly was said. Maybe it did cross the line.
Yeah, if it's like a personal attack, there's
Correct.
no,
100%,
there's no room
yes.
for that shit.
Correct. If there was a personal attack, yeah, correct. 100%. I'm not there for that. But if it's just mental warfare, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, like, you know, like when you're picking up bags, be like, man, I can't, those bags look so pretty on the board, but not when you release them. Like, say something like that. Like, I mean, that's like a little jab that you could say.
And I don't know for a fact. I
don't know
kinda,
the context.
I'm assuming it was something like he was saying, like when her bag was wobbly, like he was probably talking very loudly, like to his partner, be like, I can't believe this ugly bag's going in, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I get it. Listen, I'm a mental midget when it comes to playing, so I mean, I would have probably lost it too. It's obviously frustrating. Mm-hmm. It's not. I don't think it's a great look when a pro comes to it after they lost. If you won the game, yeah, go chirp all you want.
Yeah.
That's when you go chirp.
Exactly.
But don't go to social media and try to get people to feel sorry for you when You just attacked somebody else.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago. Right. And I attacked, I'm putting it in quotes, right?
Yeah.
But you still made a shitty comment to another girl because she said that she was a cornhole professional, which was clearly edited out of context. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
but then you're coming back for asking people for sympathy. Like,
just on how quick people are to forget, though.
well, that's why I'm here to remind.
Yeah. That's why.
But I know. But again, there's shit talk. If you're a pro, it's going to happen. People don't like it. It's just part of some people's game. And if they don't have their best,
It's the only way that I can win.
physical, yeah, dude, I tell people that all the time. Like when you're down, you don't kill people with, like, being mean. You kill them with kindness. Like you just talk their ear off so
For
much
sure.
that you throw them, like you get them too comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Then
no.
All of a sudden they miss a bag to the
Yeah.
left, and I'm like, all right, now I'm going to 4-bag it.
100%. All right, last one.
I might have one more.
Oh,
Let's see. Are
you
we
got one?
matched up? Let's see. Let's see if you think this one's good too.
I feel like we're gonna go to that next week.
Okay, that's fine.
It's
We
just
can
a
save
lot
it.
to. It's a lot to.
It is a
uncover.
lot, yeah.
Who is it by? Just so you shout them out.
Todd Dolmes.
Yeah.
Dolmes.
So we're gonna get to yours next week.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to break down. I want to go over it when we're talking about awards.
And
And
it's
all
not
that
even
stuff.
like that dramatic.
No, it's not.
He brings several good points.
He does,
throughout
and
it,
there was
so-
a lot of comments I want to go through. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to unpack with that one. So we are gonna get to that.
But we have
one.
more time.
Last one. Addicted to Cornhole, a dramatic reading by Prime Jr. A wash is a win for you, or a wash is a loss for you? What do you consider a wash to be in your head? Dude, I love that question.
That is a good one.
It's a great question because I think it's completely
Depends
different.
on who I'm facing,
Yeah,
right?
sometimes.
Or what the score on the board is.
So this weekend or Thursday, when I went to the blind draw, perfect example. I'm playing with a guy who's, again, I'm not trying to make myself sound great, not as good as players. So I knew I should throw against a better thrower. I put pressure on myself that a wash to me was like I lost an opportunity to score points for our team because he's giving up points every round. So then what happened? The more I'm playing, the worse I'm getting because I'm pushing. I'm going for airmails that I have no business trying to collect a bag when I should just pour bags in a hole and wash the round at 10. Why are you trying to? Well, who are you? You haven't thrown a bag in like 3 months. Like who the fuck do you think you are? You're not that good to just step up at a board and just rip airmails like
Yeah.
that. But I try.
Why not? That's what you're there for.
Well,
right?
okay. So funny story. Game 1, we were down early. We made a very comfortable comeback. We were sitting at like 19. They were at like 9 something. My dude started finding it enough, and his partner was falling apart. So I had an opportunity for an airmail. And I'm like, do you want me to just lay up and get one or shoot it? And I said it in a way of like, just tell me to shoot it.
Yeah.
So he told me to lay up. So I look at him. I laid up. The next round, I won it with an airmail. And I told him after the game, there's one rule with me. Or two. Have fun. Don't ever fucking tell me to lay up again. It's a blind draw.
He's like, I asked. That's not
I was
what
just trying to be
wanted.
polite. I
Okay?
just wanted, I need some confidence from you. I want you to tell me to shoot that fucking thing and I'm going to rip it every single time. But yeah, a wash in that situation to me was a loss. But a lot of times, like if I go to regionals and stuff and I'm playing a better opponent, like I'm okay with a wash. Like to me, it's like, all right, like, hey, that's another round. Like I didn't give up anything right there.
To me, a 12-12 wash, I'm okay with every time. I had a round in the blind draw where kid put a nice, like, it was like a level 3 block. It's pretty low on the board. So I just went up. I ripped the airmail, first bag, hit it. He pushed the second one up pretty good. So they were both like kind of wedged but bunched up in front so I couldn't see the hole anymore.
Okay.
So I decided to block behind.
Okay.
He throws another hard one, hits directly into mine, and like limps his like almost in.
Okay.
To the point where if you nudge it again, it's going to drop.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so I still couldn't see the hole though. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try the little cut, roll, flop thing, just try to get it on top to pinch that one. I did just that. He throws another hard one low. It nudges that last bag in just a little bit. But then I have 2 bags stacked on front with his other bag still in front of mine, and then he's got one behind. So I'm like, shit, like, so he's sitting at 6. I already had 5 on the board, and I'm like, all right, do I shoot the airmail even though I can't see the hole, or do I try to roll it and get the backside? Because I just didn't think I was going to be able to push. There's so much there. I'd have had to like throw real hard into the base of it. So I'm like, all right, I'll try the roll because I almost hit it the last time. I'll just like, all right, I'll throw this one a little bit harder. This thing climbs the ladder, tumbles over, and then just sticks on the backside of the hole like 3/4 of the way in, but holds up on like the corner of one of his bags. So it ended up being a 6-6 wash.
That's okay. Like, I'd be fine with that.
I walked down to the other end. I should have just shot like the low short airmail because
Oh,
I
okay.
could have nudged 2 of my bags in the front, but like I didn't take the time to take a timeout. So that to me was a loss.
Do you ever feel like a douche at like a blind draw taking a
That's
time
why I'm
out?
never going to take a
I know,
timeout. But
dude,
my like partner didn't know how to explain what was going on to
I
me.
got you.
So I was like, shit, man, I should have walked down. Because then after that, they took a timeout before the start of the round because the kid finally washed me. So he's like, all right, now it's time. Okay, sure. Sure.
You want to cue that rap horn?
It's low.
That's for all you people complaining that like Dane chill out on the rap horn.
Oh, am I not? There we go.
Morning commute. You're welcome.
There you go.
Reach us at Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Big Ass Cornhole.
And Facebook at Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Thanks again to our sponsors. Go over to dragonbags.com and pick up your heat today. And head over to Big D Bags and grab your girth. Drop code BIGASS10 at checkout. Save yourself $10.
Don't forget about Black Sheep Baggers. Go to blacksheepbaggers.com. Use code Big Ass to save you some money. And the best boards in the game, go to gnarlybags.com and grab your set of boards today.
Swing.
Apple Podcast reviews. If you are listening to Apple and on Apple Podcast and you don't mind taking like 30 seconds out of your day, dropping 5 stars, leaving us a review, would greatly appreciate it. Just helps us kind of stay relevant in the whole grand scheme of things. And listen, our goal is still, I want to be featured on one of Apple's little things, and we need reviews to do that.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to the show, listen, I know how many of you listen, and we don't have that many reviews. So if you could drop a 5-star review, we would greatly appreciate it. If you are looking to support us in other ways, and you're like, God, these guys are just really average looking, and I love their content. Well, if you go head over to patreon.com/bigasscornhole. For the price of a beer a month, you can get some bonus content. We do bag giveaways, post polls, we release the video episodes. So if you want to see our faces and the interviews with the guests, you can go on there. We do bonus episode. We have 3 bonus episodes dropping just
and
this week alone.
This is the time to join because we're about to.
Ramp
I
it
got
up for
several
Worlds.
days off work, and we're going to be heading out to an open, getting some content.
We're going to the AKL.
AKL.
Shout out to them. We're going out there on Wednesday. We forgot to
Yeah.
mention that. So this Wednesday, hopefully you're listening to the episode on Wednesday, we will be at the AKL event that evening. So we're gonna. I mean, it looks like there's gonna be quite the squad there. So I'm assuming everyone that's going, like that's staying with Birchfield, will probably be there.
I'm hoping so. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm assuming like Logan, Justin Burton is gonna be there. Gavin Cano, Bella, like that whole crew is gonna be out there. So it should be
yeah.
fun. I'm excited.
I'm looking forward
Jeremiah
to
will
it.
be there. Shout out to Matt for hosting everyone and having us out there. We're gonna get to see Wally. He's gonna be doing a live stream. So
Heck yeah.
yeah, so we're going to record an episode out there, hopefully grab some cool short interviews, get some cool video, and so it's going to be just tons of bonus content. So if you're
Drone
looking
footage.
for bonus content, you like what we post on Facebook, and you want even more, then go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole, and we greatly appreciate your support. Sweet. All right, so stay tuned as we're going to be joined by ACL rookie sensation. Is that fair to say?
I think so,
Who's
yeah.
like silently snuck up on everybody,
Yeah.
and whose name deserves to be on the Rookie of the Year ballot.
100%.
Mr. Chris Roybal.
Without a doubt.
Hell yeah. All right, so hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, we hope you throw it straight. And it's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later. All right, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. We're now joined by ACL rookie, Mr. Chris Roybal. What's going on, man?
How y'all doing? It's good to hear from y'all.
Hell yeah, man. We were just talking before we recorded that we were in your neck of the woods and you were off playing international and stuff and doing really well. So, but it was beautiful out there. We really liked it.
Yeah, Home Nine is pretty cool. It's a great place out there. So you get a lot of people and lots of competition from all levels. So it's a good environment if you're just trying to go play cornhole for fun.
Hell yeah. And people there spoke very highly of you. So you have quite the fan base out there, which is kind of cool to see.
Yeah, definitely had to build that up, but it's good to hear everyone talk good about me. I'm glad I could live up to their hype and expectations.
So I got to ask, this year, you're coming in as a rookie, relatively unknown, right? I mean, like, definitely under the radar. And then you've kind of like, how does it feel right now? Like, you're currently ranked 12th in the world. Like, that's pretty fucking badass. And 25th in doubles, which is another, like, sneaky great stat that, like, I don't think most people, if, like, you took a poll of 90% of, like, the ACL or, like, you know, ACL community, you guys would probably be left off a lot of those lists. You know what I mean, you guys are just silently having a great season. So, like, what are you feeling right now?
Yeah, that's for sure. I feel like, if anything, I feel really blessed, you know, it's like to hang out there in the top 10, top 12. All those shooters, they got some type of arsenal on them. So it's hard to compete these days in this competition for sure. But it's definitely fun. Everyone has their own styles and stuff, so you get to see what everyone's bringing to the courts.
How would you describe your style?
I've heard a lot of people say methodical, and I like to think of myself as that way. I like to think that I got like situations that I plan for every round and stuff like that, whether it's chasing the hole or blocking, you know. So I think methodical would be the smart word for right now.
So you go into a round knowing like, hey, okay, I'm gonna try to lay something short, just try to mess up the board a little bit, just to throw off a rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. If they're like in their flow or something like that, and they're just chasing the hole, I want to mix up the round and see if they can go through a block or change up the rhythm and flow. You know.
How do you like? When does it hit you that like somebody's in their flow? Like for me, because like I suck. If someone goes back to back four backers on me, I am freaking the fuck out. Like I'm like I got to do something. Stop bleeding now, or I'm fucked. So like when does that like as a pro like and you're like not just a pro like you're like top 20, you're top 10, almost top 10. You're 12th right now. Like when do you realize like that like oh shit like I got to do something?
I think after like when I first started the game and they're coming out like firing like probably 3 or 4 rounds of four bagging, I think you just got to stay calm and weather the storm. And then kind of think, okay, maybe these next rounds I want to block or throw a first bag in and then block the second bag, throw the mix around the rounds a little bit, you know.
Okay.
Kind of just play chess with them.
I like that. So what inspired you to like pursue a career in cornhole?
I think after winning like my first little tournament and like back in my hometown, Morenci, I think as soon as I won that one, just like the thrill of winning and beating everyone and just like seeing the hard work pay off. Plus, like the money is always good, so it's just fun to compete, especially when you can't like compete in football or baseball as much as you did in school. So, like, fun to compete in something as an adult, you know.
What sports do you play growing up?
Football, basketball on the side, and then baseball.
All right, what position in football did you play? Wait,
I was
gonna say, can we? Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear.
All
it.
right, Dane, make your guess. I know you wanted to guess.
I mean, I was gonna say probably safety, strong safety.
Yeah, I was kind of taller in my school, so the defensive end was probably a better fit for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I played a tight end too on offense.
There you go. All right, you good.
Yeah,
I just pictured you like laying the thunder down. So you know.
Yeah, and then I also did some kicking too, so I was the main kicker for our
Hey,
high
that
school.
speaks to
Oh
my
no
heart.
shit. Okay.
Loved kicking.
Go shit.
Always kicked for my rugby
So
teams.
yeah, when it came down to like tough field goals and stuff like that, I think that's where handling the pressure can correlate in cornhole too. So I think that kind of helps a lot.
Chris, how did you qualify to be a pro?
I did through points. So
Okay.
coming in as like an amateur in Arizona, chased like a lot of regionals, a lot of locals throughout the year, and then I think 3 or 4 opens with 2 conferences. Just doing good in those, placing in the top tier, and probably I think my lowest finish was maybe 6th or 7th. So all those placements did good for me and got me really high placements, which led me to getting my pro card and not playing in the pro qualifier, which is I hear a challenge in itself for sure.
Oh, it's a blessing that you didn't have to go through
So
that
not.
gauntlet.
I think. Do you feel like going into the season because you didn't get in via the pro qualifier? Do you feel like that's one of the reasons maybe you were under the radar a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. You know, a lot of people go through that qualifier and they come out with a pretty good thing to have on their back if they come out a winner and stuff like that, and they get that experience just playing against all these other people that want it just as bad as them, you know?
Yeah.
So I think I got lucky enough to not have to play on that last year. Which I was stressing leading up to World for sure.
You're an interesting case because you're kind of like this rare commodity because we don't really see that a whole lot. Like this instant success, your rookie season, unless you're like one of like the blue chips, right, that are coming in. So you're kind of like an anomaly for how successful you've been and how consistent you've been all season. Like to me, that's the part that I don't think a lot of people have appreciated because they're going to look, the top 10, right?
Yeah.
And most of the names are people that we're familiar with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then your name is kind of that first name where people are going to stop and be like, wait, what? Who? And then they're going to go look back and be like, dude, this guy's taken second in his bracket like twice. Like he's making like deep runs and like, oh, who's his pro partner? Gina Ramirez. Like, oh, wait, I remember her from the broadcast last year. Oh, there's fucking 25th. Like, that's what I found myself reading through like all this stuff today. Just fact checking. Like, wow, you guys are good. It's crazy, man. It's like, it's really cool. I love seeing it. And to me, it just it forces me now to pay attention to guys like you that are, maybe they didn't go through the pro qualifier. Maybe they did go through open points and, like, in quotes, chase points. But it doesn't mean that you're not good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're chasing points, you have to be successful in order to get that, get enough to qualify. I mean, so clearly you got the sauce because it's showing right now. But
yeah, they've been trying out here. For sure fun.
For sure. What's it been like playing with Gina in doubles?
It's fun. It's we're both she's my Thea, so you already got some of that chemistry there. There's a lot of it has its ups and downs, but I think it's fun to go through both those challenges because you can figure out how you can go through it, whether it's bad or good, So
okay.
She's always hyping me up, and we're always trying to bring each other up whenever the moments aren't.
She ever snap you that look?
Yeah, so it's good to have her in my corner whenever I'm going down sometimes.
I get you.
So like we play with each other,
Yeah.
and Sean gives me that look sometimes. Like if I do something stupid, does she ever snap that at you?
It's probably the other way around. I'll probably be more on her.
Fair enough.
She's more, she'll let me play free, and I want her to play more smart. So it just kind of goes back and forth.
So you balance each other out. I get that. So, I mean, it's kind of a cool, like, you're kind of sitting in a really nice spot because, I mean, you're going to be a pro next year, right? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm counting on it, hopefully.
I mean, well, based on points, like, I think it's like pretty much impossible for you not to like qualify again. Like, even if you did terrible at Worlds, like, I'm sure like you'd be fine. But how's the overall experience been? Like, just being a pro, like going from like a guy that's like playing a lot of regionals, because there's a completely different feel from a regional to a conference. And then you go to your first national and it's all business and everyone there is a stud. So what's your experience been like this whole year?
Yeah, I think going into the first national, it was definitely you can feel the atmosphere is a lot more serious than open or regional.
Yeah.
So I think coming into the season, I didn't want to have any like high expectation for myself, and I also didn't want to like expect myself to not do good. I just came in open minded and just wanted to play my best game and come in ready to learn from it, ready to see where I had to either get better or just keep my game sharp if I had to. But yeah, just kind of don't be coming in closed-minded. I say come in open-minded and just have fun. That's what it comes down to.
What's like your practice routine like?
Well, when I get to hole 9, which is probably like I'll take Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off, depending. I'll go Wednesday throughout the rest of the week. But I'll get to hole 9. I'll play a ghost game, and I won't stop playing until I win that ghost game. And then from there, I'll go practice with people or just practice on my rolls and stuff like that.
What ghost are you playing?
Yeah, what ghost you playing?
Ghost 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I did Ghost 11 one time and got that. That was the only time I played it. But
Okay.
It was really challenging to be patient during that game.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
You should do Ghost 10.5.
10.5?
Yeah.
I'll count on that.
So you're ultra sponsored player.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about? Like, how did the I see the hat. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you a shout out, Rich. All right,
Yeah,
he's
Rich,
doing
we
his
saw all of your
job.
comments,
all right,
all right.
like we get it. So how did that partnership come about?
Well, I got to give a lot of props to, I don't know if you guys know Brian Brewer, but
I know
kinda
of the name, yes.
Yeah, he kind of took me under his wing when I first came into Arizona cornhole. Like,
Okay.
When I first started really popping out, he saw my potential, so he wanted to team up. And then he's very good friends with like a lot of people on Ultra, so he gave me a lot of shout outs, and he would just always mention me, whether I was doing good or bad. Just being consistent with like letting them know who I was. And then I just kind of showed them that I did have what it takes, by winning these regionals and stuff like that. So just them kind of believing me more as the year went on.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
I like it. And which bags are you throwing primarily?
Viper R for this season, those red Viper R's, the Diamondback version. There's just something about them with money. I don't know what it is.
And you'll throw the Viper X occasionally too?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw against Jeremiah Alice, but we kind of have the same color bags.
Okay.
And the higher seed got to pick which color, so he won, obviously. So I had to switch to my Viper X's, which I was okay with. I wasn't too upset. I know how they play. I just play with the Viper R because they're mainly, I'd say the whole friendliness on them is more reliable than the Viper X's at the moment.
Okay.
But they still have good roll ability, cut ability, everything I want. just that extra hole friendliness is what I like with the Viper R.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. If only I could master rollability, Sean. Someday.
So, going into the season, like what's been like the biggest challenge you've had to face going into the season so far?
I think everyone probably agree with me on this and say just myself, whether it's your doubts or whatever you got weighing on you going into a tournament, you just got to kind of get past that and just be ready to play. A lot of self-doubt was coming on me throughout the season. At the beginning of the year, I had a whole different throw, so I had to change that up and kind of get rocking with that. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge for sure to keep your mental game throughout the whole season.
So you say you had to change your throw?
I don't know if you guys saw, but it was a whole, I'd say 7 to 11 second windup.
So yeah, Jason actually asked this question. I will give a shout out to him. He said, "When and why did you decide to change up your throwing style and shorten your windup before releasing the bag?"
A lot of it was because I would follow through and pass the foot foul line.
Okay.
So it was hard for me to like scoot back and like limit that. So it was after one of the first regionals we had this year. I didn't have a good day at all.
Okay.
The whole windup was getting to me, plus the seconds, and everyone was just watching me, always like waiting to see if I was going to cross the foot foul line or whatever. So like that night, shout out to D-Boy because he kind of helped me with it too. You guys know D-Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We know D-Boy.
Yeah. But him and then Brian Burr, we sat there after the regional that night and we were tweaking my throw a little bit. And I think it took probably 20 to 30 minutes. And then it was like I had my new throw and it felt good and comfortable. So that next tournament went and won my next regional with the changeup. So it was pretty cool to adapt to it that quick.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's a huge change. I mean,
yeah, it definitely was. But throughout my throw, when I had the windup, I would do a line drive, and that one I wouldn't wind up. I would just go straight arm and just throw it. So I kind of had some muscle memory with that.
Okay.
So I think that helped.
Okay.
what's been like your most memorable moment so far? Like, has there ever been like a key win or something that like you beat somebody that like you maybe looked up to or something like that?
I'd probably say Jamie Graham and Marlon. I wouldn't say it would be like the most memorable thing, but it's just like hearing one of the people that you've watched for years coming up talk good about your game or just hype you up. Because me and Tyler Parent were playing them in our team's event.
Okay.
And I threw against Jamie. And I think I want to say like a 10-9 to 11 something, 11-5 or something like that, just off of like rolls, air mails and stuff. I was just hitting everything. And he was just like, man, this guy don't miss. And then just after the game, conversating with me.
That's cool.
And yeah, it was really cool. So shout out to him for always giving me the hype up and stuff.
He's a good dude. Like, and I don't think he gets enough credit for being a good dude.
Yep,
Yeah, I mean, because I think he has like that,
Yeah.
like that strong man, like, you know, like he's just a quieter guy. You know
He
what I mean?
is.
But if you really get to know him, like he's pretty insightful dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's just because he's always in game mode. So, you know,
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
always locked in, focused. So it's always good to talk to him after a tournament or something. You kind of see what everyone's like after a tournament.
Yeah, it's
So
nice
it's
to see
fun.
everyone, step off the gas a little bit.
Yeah. Because I'll be like that too. I'll be on edge and I want to talk to people just because I'm looking to really win today or whatever the day is. So it's hard to stay that mindset both sides.
Now, do you have a day job or is this your full-time gig right now?
Now it's my full time. I think
Sweet.
a month or two ago, I had a little side job, but after the first national or something like that, I really wanted to focus on cornhole and see where it could take me.
No shit, man. That's
I
awesome.
love it.
I mean, we need people to, and obviously if you're doing well enough, you know what I mean? Keep doing it.
Very
Yeah.
true.
How old are you?
And then 23.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, I would do it if I
Whole
had to do it
life
all
ahead
over
of
again.
you.
Oh yeah, man. I would. That's when you can do it, man. Yeah, go do it, man.
Yeah, I'm just taking advantage of it while I can. So
Fuck yeah,
might as
man.
well, right?
Smart man.
Are there any like specific techniques or drills or like anything that you've done like in the past that have like significantly improved your game?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, Ghost 10, I think that's really helped my consistency just chasing the hole. Because at the beginning of the year, my PPR was probably like a high 8.
Okay.
And after playing Ghost 10 so many times, I've seen it drastically change up to like a 9.4, I'd say about.
Okay.
But yeah, that's helped me a lot, just chasing the hole. Because a lot of these pros will chase the hole on you first to see if you can crack. and that's what you really need to start these games. Well,
Who do you prefer to play? Do you prefer to play someone that'll try to go bag for bag, or do you want someone that might, mess up the board a little bit?
I do like a messy board. I don't mind if someone's blocking me. I'd rather you block me than go in the hole first. But I think playing someone who chases the hole does have advantages because they're chasing the hole and they got airmail, and you just put a block and they miss that one airmail. That's 3 easy points already right there.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But
Now you're
I
assuming that you can push that bag in, that you throw that block down, because let me tell you, it's not as easy as you guys make it look.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. But if you just work it, usually in most cases it could be a 3.
No, I mean, I know in your case it's a 3. I'm just saying for everyone else listening, yeah, it can be much harder than that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'll show you. I'll show you how to give up 3 in that situation.
Samuel Martinez, he was a recent guest on the show. Awesome dude. He's a big fan of your game. What's your go-to food and drink order at Whole 9 Yards?
Oh, whole 9 yards, huh? I'd say I always go with either the sliders or hot wings most of the time.
They were good, both. We can attest.
Yes.
They were very good. Well, all the above.
Tacos were good
Yes,
too.
yes. Yeah, the tacos were good then. Yep.
But yeah, that's usually what I get for the most part. Try to stay on the healthier side if I can, so I'm not destroying my body completely.
Oh, I got you.
But
Now, are you
Yeah,
are you a drinker while you play?
you have to catch me on a good day for me to really be drinking, but
Okay.
I'll probably drink here and there
Okay.
throughout the day. But for the most part, I'll just be drinking water and trying to stay hydrated.
Okay. I think that perception a lot has really changed.
Yeah.
Since we started the show to
You
now.
can't last as long.
But we used to
as a
see it though.
tournament.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to see some guys. Now, don't get me wrong. There are still guys that get after it at nationals and stuff like that. But I think that used to be the majority.
Yes.
Now it's the minority. I mean, shit, even like we talked about earlier, Matt Guy making a post saying that he's playing sober now for the first time in 30 days.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, last year I'd say that perspective would change because I would actually drink during the tournament just to kind of settle the nerves in a way.
Yeah.
But now I think I got a lot of experience down my belt to kind of not rely on drinking and playing through the nerves.
Do you walk up to a board now? Like, is it different now from your first national to now? Like, do you have a little swag to you? Like do you you expect to win now a little bit? Because I mean, like you're 12th, right? I mean, there's not many people ranked higher than you.
I would say I expect to win, but I do expect me to play my best game every time. Everyone's got a really strong and sharp game, so it's really hard to sleep on anyone, really. But I think the swag and stuff like that comes after the tournament, depending on how you do. But I like to kind of just try and stay humble and quiet and just play my game until the results come after.
All right, so ACL points, those don't count right now. All right, I'm not talking about points and all that stuff. Who's the best player in the world right now? You can't say yourself. You can't give us the easy answer. I want to know who's the best player in the world right now, in your opinion.
I think this year it's got to be between Jeremiah, Ryan, and I think Braden Wilson. He's been doing really good this year. Really, really good.
Is that
He's
not
been
crazy that two of
well.
those guys are under the age of like 14?
And they're all rookies.
Yes.
Dude.
The age gap is insane.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's crazy, man.
But yeah, I think Braden's been having a really, really good standout year for himself. So
Oh yeah,
shout
and
out.
he was one of those like young guys that like we knew he was good. Like we just
We
weren't
kept
sure
hearing
like
people talk about him.
yeah, like how good was he? Like we haven't really seen it the level of dominance rookies have had this year.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean, across
impressive.
the board,
You
I mean,
guys
it
are
really
all
is.
killing it this
Yeah,
year.
I mean, like it's a
In
really
a year
tough
that we
rookie
didn't
class.
really expect it.
It's crazy to me to think that any other year you would probably be top 3 consideration for rookie of the year. But like I'm pulling to get, I think your name definitely deserves to be on the ballot. Like you haven't made the broadcast yet, but you're knocking on the door. You know what I mean? If you're ranked 12th as a rookie, I mean, you got to be in consideration.
And you have to reward consistency.
yeah,
we preach it all the time,
correct.
and I'm sorry, it's the hardest thing in cornhole to do is be
Correct.
consistent
Correct.
throughout the entire season. You've done just that.
Yes, our rookie class this year, I'm like really proud of like us rookies as a whole, but it's definitely tough to compete with all these other shooters out here. You know, without that, just the top 10 rookies, you got all these other rookies coming in too that are like really good. They just haven't shown it yet.
Oh, for sure. I mean, every year we're like, no one's ever going to top this rookie class.
Yeah.
I mean, when Matt Guy and all those guys came up with oh, this is the best rookie class of all time. For years, they're going to be dominating cornhole. And then next year, fucking Mark Richards, like, well, I'm sorry, what, bitch?
Yeah, excuse me.
And then we have last year, and then we have fucking this year's class is topping everyone that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
It's unreal. It really is kind of nuts to see.
Yeah, I have a feeling next year's rookie class is going to be a little more insane with all these up and comers.
Yeah, I do. It's weird. Like, if they open the floodgates for like all juniors to be like, there's no limit.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, listen, DraftKings, it was a nice run. Like, no one, we're not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big a deal. We want the best
One guy
players
lost
in the
his
world.
life savings, so
I
we
mean,
got to move on.
The average age of the ACL might be 19 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say younger than that.
It's crazy. Well, I mean, some guys like Trey Birchfield, like they're getting old as fuck now. You know what I mean?
That's
like
true.
they've been around forever and just getting old.
Bridging that age gap.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
All right, so I'm interested to hear your question, Dane. I want your answer as well.
Okay.
You're on a car trip. All right. You're riding with two individuals. One guy you would trust with your life giving the aux core to. One guy you would never give the aux core to.
Okay.
Dane, I'll make you go first.
So I'm going to have you
Is
and
this
Brian
like
with me.
in like cornhole or just anyone in general?
No, we're talking about in cornhole, like cornhole pros.
Cornhole Pros.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So Cornhole Pros.
Did you say me and Brian? You fucking
Yeah, I was gonna have you and Brian, but I was gonna trust you with it.
Oh, okay,
and never
thank
trust
you.
Brian.
I thought for
'cause
sure you were going to.
He would have started throwing some obscure rap in there, and I just like rap. All right, so Cornhole Pros. That's tough. I would give me just for the sheer conversation. This one's tough. Do you have an idea? I'm sure you've thought of this already. Give me a minute to mull it over.
All right, so I my positives, there's a few different ones.
Yeah.
But I think the one I would really settle on, I think Nate Boyer. I don't know why. I just feel like me and Nate would have very similar taste in music.
Okay.
Either him or Andrew Labrador.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like that.
Yeah. Right. So either those are like my two pluses. My minus, like honestly, probably give me Guy Nation. Like I just like I can go if I'm on a road trip. Like I don't need to be listening like death metal stuff. Like and talking about wrestling. I'm sorry. Like I just
He just listens to like 80s hard rock.
I know, but I can go without it though. So
He also
that's fine.
listens to the ballads too, Sean.
That's fine. So okay. Well, don't
Fair enough.
all right. What's yours?
All right, so one that snuck into the old dome was Trzynski.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust him with it
No.
because
It's
I
too
just
young.
and it would just be all like I feel like either techno for some reason. I feel like he
Some
would
Roy
listen,
Braid
yeah,
shit.
or just like, or he would be listening to like death metal while he's just lifting.
Dude, I think he's a
going
closet
hammer
like
time.
Swifty or something.
Again, that
Yeah.
even worse. Because that was my other thought was like, who would listen to like Taylor Swift and John Mayer? I hear that all the time from my wife, anyways. I'm tired of it.
Who would?
I don't
Who
need
would
any
be so
more.
pro-would?
Trey Birchfield.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Now that he's wifed up. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. His music taste is out the
For
window. He's going to go to all those pussy country concerts and stuff.
Yeah. One that I actually might trust just because I'm sure we cross paths on music is D-Boy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I'm going pro status, I'm getting we've had a connection through music in the past.
Okay.
And I'm going with AJ Sims.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I thought
Okay.
you might have gone
Yeah.
Bernadette.
That's a good
Bernadette's,
call.
yeah, but he's more EDM.
I know. I get
do
that.
like
They're in the-
EDM.
I get it, but not
But like
all
for
the-
a full road trip,
Okay.
that's tough.
AJ's
but
a good answer.
me and
I like
AJ connected on
That's
Mr.
true.
Charlie Wilson,
Oh, that's
and
true. I
I
forgot
love
about
me
that.
some R&B. So like
forgot
I
about
can
that. Yeah,
I can
yeah.
rock out with that.
That's a great answer. All right, Chris, what's your answer, bud?
You can't pick
I think
Gina.
this one I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Chucky Love for trusting him on the car ride. I think he's
Okay.
got a good
Interesting. That is a good pick.
That is a good pick,
That
man.
is
I
a
kind of
really good
forgot about
pick.
him because he
Yeah.
always has the tunes
That's
pumping.
He's
a
always
good
mobbing
pick.
around with the music, so
Oh.
he's always got the vibes coming.
I love that.
Smart.
Should I clip that and get on his good side now?
I don't think it'll work. Chris is on his good side. Who the fuck you, Sean?
He'll hear it in 4 years.
All right, who don't you trust?
Let me think here. Probably someone like it's hard to think because everyone can listen to anything.
Sorry, we're about judging people here. This is
I kind of want to know what Cheyenne Renner or Bubenheim is listening to.
Oh yeah, she's like
Sarah Bareilles.
no, she's like Morgan Wallen, I bet.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like, Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Oh, what kind of music? Let's go. What kind of music would you be looking to avoid?
Probably anything slow for sure. I don't want to be falling asleep on the courts.
Huh.
I think something more up tempo and more upbeat is like more up my alley for sure when I'm playing.
Ryan Smith looks like he's the kind of guy that's like listening to Boys to Men when he's playing.
Yeah, I could see that. He's just sitting there like, just getting all of his feels when he's holding it down.
Right. I don't know why. Anyways,
Speaking of Boys to Men, I'm
you got
seeing
your
them in
questions?
a few weeks. Actually, I had one off the cuff.
Oh, please.
I think this is a collaborative effort.
Okay.
Let's make up the top 5 best DNs since you played defensive end
Okay. Of all time?
of all time. Let's get after this real quick
Okay.
because it's interesting. You're younger than us, so I'm interested to hear.
Well, number
if you-
one's Reggie White.
Okay, thank you. I was going to
Yeah.
go Reggie White as well. Do you know Reggie White?
Yeah, I do.
See, all right. So he
Yeah.
knows his stuff. Who's your idol at D end? Like growing up.
I wouldn't say I'm too much of a football idol, but I've always been a good fan of Gronk. I've always liked what he's
Ooh,
doing.
all right.
Okay.
All right. I respected Gronk because he was also a killer blocker.
Oh,
Oh, we just lost him?
it's like we just lost him.
All right,
we'll
well-
see if he chimes back in. All right, we can keep workshopping this since
Okay.
he thought we said tight end. We're gonna go defensive
Just
end.
defensive end. So to me, like I said,
Reggie White for sure.
I think you got to put JJ Watt in the consideration.
Yeah, just because of his sheer dominance when he was healthy was unrivaled.
Correct.
I mean, another one,
Do you put Strahan
Freeney?
there?
Freeney.
Maybe, but I feel like Strahan always did a little bit more than Freeney
Yeah,
when they
that's
played
true.
at the same time.
And Strahan was kind of the first of that like group, Like I feel like he kind of like ushered in a whole new kind of style.
You're putting me on the spot. We're gonna forget people.
Oh, I know, but that's the fun part. Here he is. He's back.
Oh, how about that? Just like that. I'm trying to think who else. We're
sorry
still
about that.
no, you're
No,
good.
you're
We're still
good.
workshopping. We just didn't even stop.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we have Reggie White. We have I put out JJ Watt as consideration. I feel like he had a stretch of being pretty dominant. So
Yeah, and like when he was dominant, he was untouchable. Like he literally won games.
we
as
brought
a
up
defensive end.
Dane brought up Dwight Freeney, but then I brought up Michael Strahan. Like I feel like you can't have Freeney
I
and
also
not
think
Strahan.
just played on a superior defense.
Yeah,
and
but-
Freeney was kind of like the guy on their
Yeah.
whole defense.
Got defensive ends. Who else are we forgetting here? I know I'm forgetting so many people.
I mean, someone who should be is Myles Garrett, but
Just doesn't live up to the hype.
underhyped.
It'll probably be TJ,
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately for us. But who's your NFL team?
The Bears.
The Bears. Okay, how's that connection?
Just when I was younger, I always heard Walt Spain was really good, and I would always watch YouTube videos when I was a kid. So like, kind of him, and then Devin Hester really sparked that too.
No shit. Okay, I like that. Okay, I get that. No, yeah, you guys should be held in court for the criminal activity of just giving Fields to Pittsburgh. Like it just should be.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
crime.
I'm like,
A fucking crime. You're fucking us over here. We finally got a quarterback. Now we might have the worst quarterback in our goddamn division. Fuck's going on?
We'll see.
God damn it.
I'm still not. I'm not on the Steeler experiment paying off for him.
I don't know.
We'll
All right.
see.
You got your questions?
I do have questions. We're gonna go back to yesteryear because I'm interested to hear if your
Okay.
opinion changed. What gets the job done better, a bar of soap or body wash?
a bar of soap.
Ooh. See, I'm sticking with body wash, man.
I mean, I'm there with you on the bar of soap because we're talking like if I have a loofah, give me body wash all day. But bar of soap with just
Yeah.
bare hand available, like Yeah,
I'm good. You guys can.
I'm losing
yeah,
half of
soap.
it, like
I do.
just trying to put it on my body.
You get like you pick up the bar of soap. It's got that one little fucking hair on it. So I'm done. I'm out. Like no, I'm good. I'm out.
All right, would you rather be stuck in a pool with a shark or in a cage with a tiger?
I'll probably have to go tiger just because my probability is probably better on land than water.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe the tiger's already been fed. Maybe he's not hungry. It doesn't say a vicious tiger. Maybe you start petting his belly. You know what I mean? Like you might be able to call for help. You know what I mean? Like make friends with it. You don't know.
Sean's just over here thinking he's like Jasmine. Just over here with
Listen,
this,
man.
like,
But a shark,
Roger
there's no
or whatever.
communicating with that. There's no communicating with a shark.
why can't you befriend the shark, Sean?
I'll pray enough.
Fair enough. All right.
Do you guys know when you guys are coming back down to hole 9?
Well, I mean, we're probably going to try to do it around sometime next year.
Yeah.
We also would like to golf as much as we can. So we just turned it into it's an easy golf mecca and cornhole spot for us, but we're going to try to plan it so that it's not
At
on
a
like,
national,
at a national at the next time.
Yeah, I
So.
would say you guys should let me know. That way we can plan for it.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure. We had too much fun out there. My dad like loved going out there to golf and stuff. So, and it's like it's really not that expensive to get out to you guys. I was very
it's-
surprised. Like it really was not bad at all. The flights were
There's
easy.
a bunch of flights for us to
Oh, yeah.
get out there, though.
It's
So
easy.
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, this last one's a good one.
Okay.
If you're ever stuck in an elevator with your favorite celebrity, what would you say in order to make them laugh?
Oh man, it's a lot of pressure. What would I say to make them laugh? I'm trying. First of all, I got to decide who would it even be. Like I don't even know.
So,
do you have to
all right.
say anything, or can you
So
like,
I
do
would,
anything?
yeah, I think you could act too, but I would like if Denzel was standing in front of me, I would just be like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me,
That's pretty good.
right?
I'm trying to think. It would probably be Adam Sandler, and I'd
Okay.
have to try to pull out some sort of either obscure Billy Madison reference or Happy Gilmore.
You suck, you jackass.
Like if I had a Sharpie, I'd write Carl on it, and I'd walk up to him and just like hold up.
This is
the
actually
shirt.
Carl's shirt.
It's actually Carl's shirt.
That's a good one. What do you think, Chris?
This would probably be a hard one for me to crack, but I'd probably choose the ice cube, and I'd probably just do some weird type of motion gesture or something just to see what his reaction would be. But I don't think he would crack, to be honest.
I don't know. He seems like a kind of, fun guy.
I mean, he's turned a corner. He started doing like family fun movies and
Yeah.
stuff, so you never know. Even a corny dad joke could
that
crack a
would be
dad, right? I mean, he'd just be like, "Hey, why did Barbie never get pregnant? Because Ken came in a different box." Oh, but I'm too.
all right. Well,
There you go.
we'll clip that. So, Chris, man, thank you very much for joining. I wanted to get you on because, like, I feel like you're one of these guys that's been very much under the radar, and your name hasn't been mentioned enough. But your performances are not going unnoticed. So, I hope you know that. I think you're killing it this year. I'm excited to see what brings on like at World Championships and then going on to next year. So, we wish you luck and looking forward to meeting you in person someday.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, if Gina's ever mean to you, just reach out. All right.
Yep, we'll handle it.
For sure.
We'll handle it. All right, so we'll have you hang on just for a minute, and we'll let the folks go at home. Hope you guys enjoy all the content this week. If you're looking for bonus content, head over to patreon.com/bigasscornhole. We're gonna be dropping 3 bonus interviews. One's including ACL Pro Justin Carpenter, and he's stepping away from the game. So if you want to hear about that and why he's stepping away and all that stuff, just super awesome dude. It's like 25 minutes long. Just one of our favorite dudes under the radar. You're super funny. So, and then I interviewed the state champion in singles, doubles, and co-ed from Delaware, and then the cornhole cobbler, the famous cornhole cobbler, AJ DeSantis. That interview, all 3 interviews are going to be dropping over at Patreon this week.
Speaking of which, before we let you go, didn't you just take down like singles, doubles, and co-ed at the Arizona State Championships?
Co-ed and singles, yes.
Co-ed and
was
singles?
last night.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Well,
There you go.
congratulations on
Congrats.
that too, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so just add that to the
Just another
put another
notch on
shrimp
the
on the
belt.
Barbie.
There
Yep.
you go.
How about that? All right, man. All right, so as always, we hope you throw it straight. That's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.
Sean and Dane, talking carnal life and random things. Beer in hand, their style, laughs fill the air. Guests join the fun, drama everywhere. Big Ass Cornhole, the podcast we adore. Big Ass Cornhole, you keep us coming back for more. From boards to bags they share, stories and lots of cheer. Every week new guests, unfiltered candor here. Shots at the drama, jokes flying free. Cornhole and beers, the way it should be. Big Ass Cornhole, the podcast we adore. Big Ass Cornhole, you keep us coming back for more. From boards to bags they share, stories and lots of cheer. Every week new guests, unfiltered candor here. Shots at the drama, jokes flying free. Cornhole and beers, the way it should be. Big Ass Cornhole, the podcast we adore. Big Ass Cornhole, you keep us coming back for more. From boards to bags they share, stories and lots of cheer. Every week new guests, unfiltered candor here. From boards to bags they share, stories and lots of cheer. Every week new guests, unfiltered candor here. Shots at the drama, jokes flying free. Cornhole and beers, the way it should be. Way it should be.